Hello everyone, welcome to Plant-Based Homestead Prepper, where we make prepping
apparently scary.
fun. Every time I change environments, I start sneezing. So anyway, I have
maybe
my
you got
sidekick.
the coronavirus.
Hey,
now,
maybe.
What you saying?
So, the coronavirus has claimed its first U.S. life.
Old dude, 50s. Complicated factors.
And we don't know.
Not scary.
No what? We don't know how he got it. We don't know where he contracted it from. We don't have the reports yet, okay? So, something funny?
You
are my
shrimp.
So, anyway, thanks to Miss Grace, we have received some footage of Costco's that were just packed for no reason, and people in there trying to shop and get stuff, get supplies and items. One was in Honolulu, Hawaii. The other one was in, I know, Pennsylvania. I don't remember the city. But now's not the time to panic, everybody. Now's the time to prep, okay? Panic time is not now. Panic time was like 4 weeks ago. Now it's prep time, okay? And I want to thank Tara from Homestead. Hopefully you guys go check out her latest video, because she shows the correlation between the flu, okay, that kills like 0.01% of its infection rate, and the coronavirus, or the COVID-19, that is killing like 3%. So it is very, very serious. You want to weigh in on anything? Co-host over there who got a black eye? Yes, Jennifer has a black eye. I did not give it to her. One of her babies did it. Don't tell that story.
Well, it ain't no story to tell. Alexa is sitting on my head like she always do. Something attracted her outside. She ran outside. She scratched my eye on the way out.
That's what happened. That's why I don't wear these dogs as necklaces. Anyway.
I wear her as a crown.
Okay, crown. So anything else you want to add? Our victim was in their 50s. It was a male.
Victim?
Coronavirus victim. What else is it?
Do you call the people who die from flu victims?
What do you call them?
Nothing. They died of the
Victims?
flu. They're not victims of nothing.
And the victim, somebody that gets killed by something? Isn't that the technical
let's
definition?
Get the technical
of
definition. Victim definition. What in the world? Why are we having this talk?
Because you always gotta be so daggone technical.
A person harmed, injured, or killed as a result of a crime, accident, other event, or action.
Okay, it's an other event and an action. So there you go. Victim.
Okay, honey.
Coronavirus has claimed its first life in the United States. How about that?
Harmed by an unpleasant event such as illness or accident. Alright, you got it. You can use victim if it makes you happy.
Well, thank you so much for allowing me to use victim in my statements. I appreciate that.
I like your beard.
I don't. It almost got shaved off this morning. Cows. Shoot.
It's nice. I think that I should just chill out for a little while.
Should I like not go nowhere?
No, I mean like chill out and like just watch.
Yeah, I mean, this is the time of watching. I've predicted, and this, this, I gotta give him his credit. Purple Nurse 1, he did a video this week. He was like, I think that we'll know for a fact which direction it's going in the month of March, and I have to agree with him. It's gonna take a little more time. It's gonna take several more thousands of infections, and probably some more deaths in the country for us to see where this coronavirus thing, this pandemic that they're not calling it yet, is going to go in the United States, that is. Now, if it is like any other area that it's been in, then it's going going to start running rampant like it has in China and Italy and South Korea and other parts of the world. I said early on when they were bringing these folks back over here that wasn't the wisest of ideas. But I understand they're Americans. You know, you can't make them stay in China. But I believe we brought the infection or the virus in when we brought all those folks over. And in my opinion, they should have quarantined them much longer than they did. But I'm not in charge. I am not a medical doctor. I am not a virus, what are those people called? Virus expert? Pathogen expert?
Yeah, they're pathologists and epidemiologists.
I was just using good old, as my granddaddy used to say, good old horse sense. That's all. Hey, y'all, it won't live in an alkaline body, though. Yes, I think you're right also. But that'll be encouraging if it don't live in an alkaline body, because we try to stay as alkaline as possible. And most diseases cannot live in an alkaline body. That's a good point, Miss Crystal. Thank you for making your point. Yeah. But yeah, I believe it's going to, right now I think we have 66 cases. 68 cases, so it's gone up by like 3 or 4 in the last day or 2. I had predicted yesterday that we were going to see a pop in the stock market on Monday, and I think you will see a pop early on, but I think you're gonna see more downspin and downturn, especially in the U.S. market since we've had our first death. So if you are in the market, if you are playing the market, if you have a 401k, then be aware. And if you were going to take your money out or move it, the time has already passed for you to do that. As soon as you saw, 2 to 3% decrease, that probably was the time to start moving some stuff, because I'm not sure. I don't know. This is looking like 2008 all over again. And if it continues, it's going to look like 29. So just be aware. And if you want to get in the stock market with me, send me an email and I will provide you a free stock. Now, it's not all bad when the market goes down, because I have actually doubled my account twice this week. I am up in the market like 200 and I think last time I looked 247 percentage points. So I'm excited when the market makes a drastic turn. I'm with y'all. I stacked up on lemons and limes and all alkaline foods. Good for you. That is amazing. What you over
That on the beach and in the sea, animals do not leave trash. Humans do. Please behave like animals. I'm sorry. Listen, y'all. I'm not hopped up on coronavirus just because I got a whole bunch happening right now. I got my own little health challenge. I'm trying to figure out what in the world's going on, and I got a friend's funeral coming up. So the whole world, I'm letting Roger worry about the world at large right now.
And I am doing just that. I am stocking up like crazy. Okay, so we've had our first death in the U.S. and I think it's going to be the first of many. I don't think it's just going to be one. I don't think it's a one-hit wonder. I think it's going to be many more, and then I think it's going to be many more that will die and perish, not knowing that they had coronavirus or not being reported. How about that? Hopefully we can get this thing under control and it'll burn out and die out, but it's not showing that. It's not showing signs of that. It's showing signs of wherever it goes, it just runs its course. I don't believe that mainland China is reporting correct or accurate numbers. I don't think Russia is reporting accurate numbers.
Oh yeah, so I got a line in to mainland China. They're not reporting the real numbers.
I know, because I am predicting got to put common sense to this thing, okay? 4 or 5 weeks ago, they shut down 11 million people. You don't quarantine 11 million people because you have, at that time, it was like 20,000 infected. You don't shut down 2 cities of 11 million because of a few cases. I mean, because you're talking about 11 million, and at that time it was like 20 or 30,000 infected. That's not, I don't even know what the percentage is on that. That's like what? A 3% infection rate? 30,000 compared to 11 million. That's not even a percent. Yeah, that's not even a percent. So in order for them to shut down and quarantine 2 major cities like that, it had to be running crazy then. And then flights were still going on. People were still traveling. So you gotta put some common sense to things. That's just like here in the States. I'm not believing that 66 number. I'm not believing that. And now they're saying that the virus, you can have it up to 29 days, not even show any symptoms, not even know you have it, and you're infecting people the whole entire time. And I just found out that it can stay and last on surfaces up to 9 days.
Get out of here.
Yes, up to 9 days.
No. I'm sorry. I'm watching this life hack video. She grew some plants in a shoe carrier. She better get out of here.
Yeah. So, folks, be mindful of what's going on. Don't believe the freaking hype of what the media is telling you, because they're not telling you the truth. They never, well, first of all, they never tell you the truth.
Never gonna tell you the truth.
Okay, they're never, ever, ever gonna tell you the truth. You're never, ever gonna know what's really going on. You gotta decipher, you gotta use some discernment, and you got to read between the lines of every news. Even here, you know, you hear something here, go do some research. And if you find something that's against what I'm saying, then keep digging. Because trust me, I'm not gonna come in here and say something that I haven't heard and verified. Okay? And I have an inside professional, medical professional, that is giving me some inside information of what's going on. Like, for example, the reason I know that we're going to have way more than 66 cases in the United States is because when they brought all those quarantine folks in, they didn't treat them like they were quarantined. So that means that the people who were handling them, the military, the nurses, the doctors, everybody who was testing them, they have the potential of carrying, even if they're not showing symptoms right now. And if you can have the bug for up to 20, let's just say 14 days. Think about what you do in 14 days. Think about what you've done in the last 14 days. How many people you've come in contact with. How many places you've been. How many places you touched. How many doorknobs you touched. And let's just say that you were the one who was infected or who could infect others. Look at all the places you've been. Look at all the air you've breathed. The stuff can last in the air. What was the report? Up to what? 4 hours after the person's gone. Y'all had to confirm that one, but it can last in the air. Let's just say for a while, okay? After the person has left the vicinity, the area.
Yeah.
Okay.
Either one, vicinity, area, same thing.
So this thing is serious, you know, and we're gonna have a lot more cases reported. We're gonna have a lot more deaths before they can get it under control, if ever. So the best thing I can tell you is prepare for a quarantine for yourself. You know, if you're in debt, if you can pay your debt off, go ahead and get rid of your debt. All right, because that's the last thing you want to be worried about if you're quarantined. And then at the same time, try to save some money, which I know that's almost impossible. Pay off your debt and save money, and stock up on preps. But if you had a choice between saving money and getting preps, I'd get preps if I were you. And think about preps like this. And when I say preps, I'm talking about non-perishable food, plenty of water. And when I say plenty of water, I'm talking about like 6 months worth of drinking water. All right, which is minimum a gallon per person per day for 6 months. I used to say for like 7 days. Now I'm like, get as much as you humanly possibly can, because you're going to need it. Think about all those folks that are in China, 11 million people quarantined. Where are they getting their supplies from? And then I saw a video that came out I saw it about a week and a half ago now. When they first started putting people in quarantine in China, they were forcefully putting people in quarantine. I mean, they was beating them and arresting them.
That's because they wouldn't quarantine themselves.
That's right. They wouldn't go in. They was like, no. They know, because they know if they go into quarantine, that's like a concentration camp. Who wants to go into a concentration camp? I wouldn't.
Well, then you should have stayed at home.
Well,
stop being out in public.
They had to get out and work so they can doggone get their credits.
Whatever.
Credits will do fine.
Credits will do fine.
So anyway, just be mindful of what's going on. Don't believe the doggone hype of what you're hearing on the TV, the news broadcast. Now I will give President Trump some kudos, because he is very optimistic, and he's like, oh, I mean, but that's his job. He's supposed to make sure that we don't go into a mass panic. But it's already here, y'all. Look at what has happened with the global markets this past week. 15% loss. 1.5 trillion. It's more than that. I think it was. No, that was what the U.S. Market lost. 1.5 trillion. Trillion. I don't even know how many zeros that is. There's a whole bunch of them. So it's already a mass panic. It's just the average Joe, like you and I, we just don't know it yet.
I'm not panicking. You want to know what I do to calm my nerves? Let me show the people what I do to calm my nerves.
Play some stupid game.
First off, you're not gonna talk trash.
You're playing some doggone video game that she done paid $1.99 every 30 minutes for.
Boom.
Nobody can see that.
Get it so they can see it. Y'all need to download Plague Inc. and spread your own virus.
And that's why the virus is spreading so quickly and so rapidly, because they have taken all of everybody's games and figured out the algorithm of how to spread a virus.
That's right. I'm always successful. I always kill humanity. I always win.
It is a pretty cool game.
My virus kills everybody all the time. Boom, 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 boom. Dead.
So
you don't even know that you're sick. Yep, Plague Inc. It's a mini clip game.
It is a pretty cool game.
You don't even know that you're sick until it's too late. In some cases. In some viruses, you can get a parasite and they don't even know. They got mind control properties and everything. And people don't even know they're going to die until it's too late for them.
So they have brainwashed us to the point to help them and teach them and show them how to... What is this woman doing?
Actually, it's pretty educational for us, because it teaches us how rapidly viruses can spread and how easily they go from country to country depending on the type of virus.
Good Lord, she is a serious chain smoker. She just be on the street. Oh, she's smoking butts.
Depending on the type of virus and depending on how what the symptoms are and the transmission methods, because they let you choose them, whether it's air, water, animal, mosquito, bird, whatever, whether it's hot or cold resistant. Like, it all depends. And so it's very educational in that sense, because, you know, it just shows you how easily bugs jump around from country to country.
And see, and that's why so many people are gonna die right there. This woman obviously is picking up butts off the ground. Y'all ain't gonna believe this. This woman right here is picking up butts off the ground, lighting them with something she got in her, hidden her.
That's her pocket.
Pocket, yeah.
Why are you putting her on there? That's like stealing people's images.
Well, she shouldn't be doing what she's doing. This is why people are gonna die in this country. Okay, she is picking up butts off of the ground, taking the last few 2 or 3 puffs out of them, throwing that butt back on the ground, and then picking up another one.
Well, she be out. Ain't nobody but Vincent. They're his cigarette butts.
That's
probably
true. They are his cigarette butts. I already know who butts they are. But this is why people are going to die. Now, y'all thought I was joking. Now I watched her pick up at least 3. Light it, smoke it. And my wife's face is just like in awe, because she's never seen anything like that.
Who does that?
people who want to smoke real bad. And want contagion. So she's playing and be serious. Be mindful of the fact of what's going on, folks. Protect yourselves at all costs. Enjoy life. Have a good time. Love your family. Kiss them. Tell them you love them. Hug them. All the above. And we're going to go in here and be around a whole bunch of people this morning because we are walking into the place everybody goes and just loves each other.
Well, this is the hospital. You know they say if you're sick, come to here.
Here's one she missed. Almost a whole cigarette. All right, y'all. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Those are the ones she smoked. Please subscribe and like, comment, and share. And we will see y'all later. Take care. They thought you was playing about that game.